guys so fucking much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yo, what up, Vanguard? Alright, check it. I want y'all to meet Cortex. Now, he's a conscious rapper. A real down-to-earth kind of brother, you know, no-nonsense rapper. He be writing conscious raps about real shit, like actual worldly matters. He's jotting righteous rhymes like all the time. He jot them squatting on the crapper. Shit. He even traveled halfway across the world to show his passion for the cause. To those places ravaged by the war, like West Africa, of course. He made a video, had all the token posers hanging with the poor, gave a face to all those faceless who face in life with their back against the wall. Yo, all the kids he kicked it with, made a snippet while he was traveling on tour. Yo, that whole excursion, that's more than enough reason to give the man applause. But when you got back, did you have record reps tapping at the door? You have social media blocked up? Legions of fans all flocked up, trying to scramble for more? Nah, I'm pretty sure everyone's life went back to the way that it had been before. So this might be a fucked up and ratchet of a call, but that's a hell of a lot of money, time, and effort to make no impact at all. Yo, that shit, give him a buzz. He a front runner. He's leading by example, but he's a drug lover, so I'll slow that down. That shit, give him a buzz. He a front runner, lead, and by examples. Like after your battles with Thunners, it's easy to see that fellas hard into the drugs. And I always pictured you to be one of the smartest of these cunts. So I'd hate to see your name join the list of drugs and artists that they've fucked. Fuck your whole career over a deal with the coca, Carmichael Hunt. So how would I look at you for leadership when you're the type to leave your own thing hanging on some diva shit? Yo, if you tried to tell me you wouldn't eat a dick even for a meager hit, from what I've seen and heard, it'd be hard for me to believe that shit. You probably wind up in rehab trying to find yourself on some Justin Bieber shit. Yo, but for real. Get him. Yo, but for real, if a battle go down, I go Sparta. If I call to the wind, then a cyclone answer. You think that you're clever, but I've known smarter. I break MCs down to little pieces. I'm a micro-tasker, microphone blaster, rhyme flow blaster. I'll kill this man's soul like a psycho pasta. You expect a storm on Brizzle, but you gon' fizzle to a drizzle. Dude, you cyclone Marsha.
Yeah, make some noise inside the Tung's first round. We got round one on Cortex when you're ready, bro. Hey, yo! First off, shout outs to the organisers of the event for flying me out here and showing love. See, I've been out the game for a minute. Those in the scene are familiar with my resume and they know it's tough. Still, I was a bit surprised when old Squizzy Guns called me up and said, I got the perfect opponent for you at Vanguard, it's going to be dope as fuck. Just because we're both Islanders, this is the perfect matchup. You bogan cunts, after all the years of fucking prejudice our people have had to overcome. Shit, I half expected to rock up here today, see Dwizzabos on horseback, cracking a whip, wearing a cowboy hat and a pony cut. With Decoy on the back, playing a banjo, singing, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Let me open up on this coconut. You're an Islander who can't remember his rhymes. You're a choconut. I surprised the show. Shoved down my balls in my hand. Choked the nut. Next minute I'm getting an emotional head job. Yeah, she was choking up. It must be so hurtful. Knowing you don't even deserve this fight and you're so worthless. This ain't even Cortex versus Savij. The real battle's watching Savij try and battle his way through his own verses. The words you try to write just end up getting tied up like you know cursive. I'm clean and witty. I can spin in 360 with no curses. And Brizzy's his home turf. And living here must make this brown guy so nervous. The place when the locals used to routinely hang 10 and they ain't no surfers. Because I know alcohol country has a history riddled with mad hatred. but your state has been known as a particular brand of bad racist. Shit, if Case's granddad met your granddad, there would have been no high fives and no handshaking. You would have had him handcuffed, shackled and chained, locked in the damn basement. Shit, you think you got yourself a sick job at the ship docks so you can keep making them land payments, buy a nice ride and do a little bit of landscaping. But remember, every one of your tax payments goes to the same government who would have had you castrated rather than look at another generation of your family's black faces. And we family too, guys. We're the same. That's why it's sad that I stand facing another brother that's stuck working the fucking plantation. Time.
Chill, make some noise for that brown man. We got round 2 on Savij. When you ready, brother?
Yeah. See, I always wondered why they made the Tongan kid gay on Brotown. I think I can say I know now. But your Tongan heritage wasn't even something I wanted to spit on, but I thought, fuck it, so fuck you for eating the horse that you rode in on. But I got love for my toko. See, I got a couple of Tongan homies, and for y'all not in the know, toko is exactly what a bro be. But as for this guy here, well, oh mate is just a phony because he looks Tongan, but he Aussie as fuck. Introduce himself like, "G'day mate, name's Sione." Dude, the name Sione is about as Aussie as rice wine, and you thrashing the fuck out of the accent trying to hide it. Yeah, buddy, nice try. But outside the battle ring, Sione Mala's a nice guy. And if you go back a minute, it's interesting just what a brother might find. Like, when he first started hip-hop, man, dude didn't even want to write rhymes. Nah, he was on a break dancing crew with his cousin Jonah back at Summer High Time. But now, my bad, that can't have been you, because that was filmed somewhere around 09, and by the looks of you, you must be pushing what now, 45? You old-looking motherfucker. You look old enough to be your father's brother. See, your mannerisms say you're 20-something, but that hairline's in its 40s. It must be suck being this side of 29, already showing signs of balding. See, but looking 40 and being 20 must make your mum so proud. It's ironic you travelled from the west to the east so peeps can watch sun go down. And it's not the fact that you look like you could be 45, dude. It's the fact when you open your mouth, you sound like you're 45 too. I mean that foghorn of a voice, damn that shit is ugly. Sounds like you need to blow your nose or something, or you broke that shit in rugby. But yo, all jokes aside, I'm scheming on them like kids in a huddle. Now this bitch is in trouble, so I ain't sticking to subtle. Nah, if I start flipping tonight, I ain't spitting rebuttals. I'm ditching the chuckles and I'm switching the knuckles. See me pop them in the chin like pricking the bubbles. Even my jabs come in combinations, triples or doubles. So I'll be hitting this stubble till his vision is doubled and he falling apart like a belt missing its buckle.
Round 2 on Cortex, let's go!
This guy talks about my childhood and the Aussie upbringing that I had. But yo, you got a half-breed son too. So guess what? Everything you say about my dad, your son's gonna grow up with the same fucked up childhood that I had. Hey, yo, your state has new anti-association laws, which is basically the government condemnation of any so-called gang members gathered together in a public congregation. So let's say battle rap was deemed to be a culture associated with criminal complications. This event would be shut down by the Jacks, and we wouldn't even be standing there having this conversation. It's fucked up. You're basically living under a police state occupation. Those laws did more damage than any floodwaters on the Queensland population. Plus with this new anti-terror shit and that beard, you're one step from getting reported and locked away, son, looking like the Moldy Muhammad or one of Saddam Hussein's sons. But fuck that. I'm gonna get on my ISIS tip, strap up and bang on targets like a mad jihadist. I got more anger charged inside of this blackened heart than an army of Islamic martyrs. I rock up the Tung's crib, approaching the shadows' darkness like an angry marksman, killed Darren Hayes and any other suspect coats I find hiding in Savij Garden. was foreplay. 3 a.m. We're taking our Savage's crew, so this is a dawn raid. No, fuck it, we can do it broad day. Cut him off in the hallway. Tung will get lit up like the Rolling Stones symbol on Broadway. Oh, your crew's named Creatures of Habit. That fits. Because your boys are some fiends, bro. Case is always packing up that big, ugly white. Heard he scored it from Keynote. But you're just a bad on the shit. And you got a family, bitch. That's appalling to me, bro. I heard every time he calls foul, you go down, pick up 2 points, and you call it a free throw. So, fuck Creatures with Habits. Yes! Biggest bunch of fucking toys I seen. Shout outs to Bright One. How's it feel to know your dopest member moved across the country just to join my team?
We got the third and final round on Savij. Tung, make it count, bro. Hold it down.
Alright. Yo, this battle's coming to you with a retro twist on some mid-90s East versus West Coast tips. So why you in my hood, sucker, best don't trip, cause in my neck of the woods that'll get throat slits already said. Go bitch, get some practice laps in, cause the raps I'm packing, they're like matching magnums, and like the hairdo on Metro Kids, best believe you're gonna get both clips. And I'm the type that you can bet won't miss. I'm like a secret spy. I got a eagle eye there staring down that Desert Eagle sight. Your man cracked with a shot. I'm killing them, make like chasing, filling them, roast, toasting, grilling them, then chuck them back in the pot because I'm dining on them when I'm rhyming on them. My blood come from cannibal stock, plus I got the heightened instincts like an animal got. Throw bars like sonar, hit the air like a bat when it's hot. Cause I got the cunning like that of a fox. Catch me slipping, be like catching a croc with a sack full of rocks. And like a serpent when I die, that's when the rapping will stop. Cause I always land on my feet like a cat when I drop. And I got a murderous hunger like a ravenous dog. Yo, maybe I'm just frustrated why the West would put this cat at the top. When in his own neighborhood, he don't even battle the twat. I mean, not even now and then. So I'm just astounded when his whole scene still want to be down with him when they needed him to stand proud with them. He pieced out and bounced on them and left the whole Perth battle scene floundering. Yeah. Was he responsible for earning you your name? You want to turn your back on them? That shit for sure is just a shame. But for that shit, I'd send you to hell, leave you burning in the flames. You left the West hanging. That shit I have Tupac turning in his grave. No, check it, I'm gonna keep the... So how can we look at you for leadership? How can we look at you for leadership? When you piece... Nah, fuck. Man, you got it. No, I got it. I'm gonna keep the rest in context. See, Cortex went for the west to the east on a conquest. Now knowing I just turned up tonight to stomp Tex. Because last time you battled the birds, the reality is you lost Tex, so I just dropped fresh stars and scorched flesh on Cortex. Ain't naught left but a steamy pile of hot mess. And never got stress or boss yet. Yes, so you can ask me what's next. I leave put court in the box, I play in the squash set. Now you finished Savij's tongue, yeah, nearly but not yet. I got a knock text like a box vets. Leave us lost where, caught across X. Yeah, serve him like he deserved before I send him that back to Perth or the East Coast Brisbane complex.
Chill, make some noise for that round. So we got the third and final on Cortex, make it count, bro.
Imagine this guy's childhood, growing up in New Zealand as a poor kid, dreaming about the good life, 4 kids, a wife, and a forklift. Yo, what the fuck is it with Maoris and forklifts? Ain't none of your family listening to your shit, dickhead. Shit, half your cousins only purchased a pass to the event today because they thought it was a forklift ticket. Now he's balling with it. He's got 4 kids in his home with his Aussie wife, cooking him dinner while he sits on his throne. Just think, Savij, one day you could be running the warehouse. You'll be sitting on chrome, getting some dome, rolling down the strip in a forklift of your own. Here. And I heard, ain't no one in this building that want to see Tungy here. I should punch your ear till there ain't no way that Tungy here. You only came today because you were hungry and you heard there was a hongy here. Listen up, tongue here, I'd like to make something clear. Your girl gets hella brain, dude. Last night she came through and put her tongue in here. We can go to New Zealand to get Savage, or we can even bring the tongue in here on the spot. Make this biter change his name back to fucking Tongue here. I know your mum, Tongue here. I heard that fat whore been thugging. I heard she's available now. At the back door if you're after a slack-jawed dick sucking. I heard your dad resembled a black short McLovin and you were born with a full beard and a face covered in ice scabs. They were calling you crack saw Jim Duggan. You can't rock with me, Poppy Seed. Stick to your role. This ain't a classic matchup. This Apollo Creed versus Chopper Reed. You'll be filling a hole. Now fuck that. This is Chopper Reed to a chopper team. And we got missiles for y'all. There's levels to this shit. And this is just a different type of position I hold. Your new crew, I'm going voodoo wizard on y'all. Have Savage speaking in tongues as I separate his spirit from soul. I don't follow your career or support your shit songs. I'm shutting down your studio like a call from Kim Jong. And all your monkeys ain't bananas at all. You click wrong, you put gorillas in cahoots in a brawl with King Kong. I'm sorry, Savage. I know it makes you angry when I diss on your squad. But this whole thing's been a fucking setup, Savage. Twiz has been tipping us off. Yeah, we've had a hit out on the gorillas for years. Either we infiltrated and switched them across or we picking them off. And now I'm just writing the last story in your battle rap horror story. Call me Stephen King of the Dot. Now Bright Rep Sound Magnetics, he ain't even fit to be considered your squad. Lethal assassinated Case and Dunners, they both got hit on the spot. Fluence is in jail, probably jerking his fucking dick in a sock. Really's on my couch in Perth right now. I know that's got to be pissing you off. And this is the final act. And all you people get to sit here and watch as Jigsaw returns to the ring one last time to fucking finish the job. Time!